Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, I am doing a full face first impressions. So I have a very large mixture between drugstore and high-end. So I try to get a little bit of both just to try everything out. These things are either like kind of old products that I just never tried, and then some of them are quite new and only just recently released. So I'm super excited. Excuse my nails, I have not got them done, so if you see them looking a little gross, just ignore that. So if you guys would like to see my full face first impressions of new makeup, then please keep watching. First thing I'm gonna do is just use some of the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula on my lips because my lips are really dry. Oh, it's going everywhere. Oh, and I totally also forgot to mention, not that I need to mention it, but I have a new background. I was getting a little sick and tired of just like the plain colors and stuff like that, so I thought I would change it up with a little bit of a pattern. Okay, so let's just get straight into the makeup. I think I'm gonna start with my eyebrows because that's what I would normally do. So the first thing I have is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. And for Australia, I'm pretty sure this is new to us. I have mine in the shade Deep Brown. So when you open it, oh, okay, so it looks really similar to like the Benefit Goof Proof. One of those, and then on the end of it, it also has a little baby spoolie. So this is how much product you get, and from memory, this cost me about $13. Okay, I'm just going to start kind of like feathering it up and then kind of just drawing a line across. Okay, so it's gliding on quite nicely. I'm literally only just touching my eyebrows. I'm not like pressing hard or anything. I'm just doing some very, very soft motions. Okay, so I've kind of just been working on my brows a little bit. I think that this is definitely more for like your natural brows, but if you look at the difference in between my brows, it's really not that bad. I find that it's actually really easy to use considering I've never used one of these before, so I actually really like it. It's really pigmented, it is really smooth and creamy, but it's not like that overly creamy and smooth texture. Alrighty, and to carve out my brows, I finally purchased the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I know. I am so late on this, it hurts my soul. So I have mine in the shade Fair Neutral. I feel like this is probably going to be a little bit too pale, but that's what you get when you choose your shade online. Alrighty, well so far so good with that concealer, but the real test is when I actually apply it to my face. So I'm gonna go in and set my lids now, and I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. Once again, this was only just released to Australia, and I have mine in the shade 15 Light. Now, I accidentally have two of these because I thought this was too dark, so I was like, oh, I'll get the pale one. But I literally bought the exact same shade. I don't know. Definitely too dark. The concealer, holy that is so dark. How is this a light shade? Okay, well, we'll come back to that powder and discuss that monstrosity later. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow and then we'll do the base at the end. So I have two palettes here from ColourPop. Now there is one that I cannot pronounce and it ain't gonna happen. But the first one I have is the ColourPop Good Sport palette. This is the palette right here. I was so drawn to it purely for the fact of that green shade. I know it looks gold, but it is green, I promise. And then this row just here, like the yellows and the purples just make me so happy. I then also have this palette right here, which I think is called Salvace. I just butchered out of that. The one thing I really loved about this is that it does have a mirror, whereas the other one doesn't. But this is the palette right here, and I got this palette because I was so drawn to that blue. I have no idea what I'm doing though. No idea what kind of look, I don't know. I just don't know. I have a thought. I could do like the purpley shades, and then I could maybe do a green and gold cut crease. Let's do it. Okay, so the first shade I'm gonna go in with is this one just here, which is called High Hopes. So I'm just going to pick up that color and pop it all through my crease. Well, that is blending like a damn dream. That is so nice. It is not powdery. I don't have any like patchy spots or anything like that. My eyelash extensions are in my damn eye. And the color is actually really good as well. I feel like this is a color you could totally wear on its own. I am going to start going in with the purples. So I'm actually gonna go in with a large pencil brush first just to really pack the color on. And then I will use a blending brush at the end, so it's gonna look a little for a bit. So I'm first gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Flow. And then I will go in with the top purple shade, which is called Sister. It is so pigmented. And it's not very powdery either, not a lot comes off. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this kind of, I would say like just through my crease. And I'm just being very light-handed. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with a smaller pencil brush. I'm gonna go into that shade Sister, which was like the more bright, vibrant purple. My God, they're so pigmented. I'm fine. And then I'm just gonna go above that first purple. I'm then just gonna go back in with that first pencil brush and that first purple and start blending a bit. And then I'm just gonna go in with a small clean blending brush and I'm just gonna start buffing out the top of this very slightly. I feel like it was a little bit pointless putting those two purples together because they have just like blended into one friggin' color. I'm gonna go in with this really deep mulberry purple, maroon kind of color, whatever you want to call it. The shade is called Reckless. Yes, Reckless. And I'm going to pop that through the crease with the really tiny pencil brush as well. So there is a little bit of definition going on and we don't just have like awkward purples. Wow, okay, this shade is a little bit more powdery, so the Reckless shade, that's okay, we're gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna go in and cut the lid. Wish me luck. Okay, so I have cut the crease. For the lid color, I am tossing up between these two here, so the green and the gold. We're gonna do the green. I've decided we're going with the green, so I'm going to go in with the green color. Oh my God, it is so pigmented, holy crap. And that color is called EBB, Eb, whatever. And I'm just going to place that all over. I'm going to leave the tiniest gap between the concealer and the purple because I'm going to apply some glitter. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some gold glitter. This is technically a first impressions, but it's not because I've used this product before, but I've never used this color as far as I'm aware. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals in the shade Diamond Dust, and I'm just going to pop a glitter line where I haven't put that color. Now I don't know if I want to do eyeliner because I get so scared that eyeliner is going to ruin it, but I do have an eyeliner to try out, so let's just hope for the best. So the eyeliner I have to try today is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liquid Liner, and apparently this has like 2 different sides. Oh yeah, okay, I get it. So on this side it's a little bit thinner, and then you turn it around and it's a little bit thicker. Eyeliner doesn't perform the best over the ColourPop shadow. Okay, so when I like swipe the eyeliner on my hand, it is like black, but on my eye it's not, so it's definitely the ColourPop shadow that's preventing it. Okay, so I am going to do my other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I have both eyes done, and I think the one thing that I have struggled with the most is that eyeliner. Not that the eyeliner is bad, it is actually super easy to use with like turning it around to getting the thick side or the thin side. That is super easy to use. It's just the eyeshadow from ColourPop does not really allow it to apply properly. So if my eyeliner looks like crap, like it does every other day, just ignore it. But we're gonna move straight on to the base now, and I'm so excited for this, oh my god. Okay, so for primer today, I have the 3 Concept Eyes Style Ananda, whatever, Back to Baby Pore Velvet Primer. Oh wow, that's so thick. Wow, once it's like sunken into your skin, it feels just like velvet. So for the foundation, this is something I'm super excited about because I finally got to purchase it. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I have mine in the shade Natural. I don't know if this is going to match. Not the best shade, to be honest. Okay, I don't know if it's my beauty blender or the foundation, but this does not go far. But I don't know if it's like the primer as well. It just does not spread very far. I feel like you're going to need to use like a lot of pumps to cover your face. Okay, so far my impressions are not good at all. This is so friggin' orange. Wow. So I'm gonna use another 3 pumps. The coverage itself as well is kind of average. I would not... Is this like a full coverage? What is this meant to be? A full coverage foundation. You can still see my pimples. No, honey. NYX, what is you doing, baby? No. Oh my god. Yeah, this like does not go a long way at all. Like I'm constantly picking up foundation, and it can't be my beauty blender because this has never ever happened with a foundation before. I usually do like 1 or 2 pumps and I can cover my entire face. So it could not be my booty blender. No way. Yeah, look, so far I don't like this at all. It doesn't blend far. For some reason I can't get very far with it. I use 7 pumps to cover my whole face. However, I will say that it is not a heavy foundation considering it's a full coverage. It was a little difficult to blend out and it has oxidized a bit. I feel like it's just going quite yellow and orange. Okay, so now for the real test, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm not going to use too much because this scares me, considering it won't come off my hand. Now, everyone says this stinks. Are you guys okay? This doesn't smell. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the shade that I picked is not as bad as what I thought. I actually really like that concealer. Like, I really like it. And I feel like it has kind of like balanced out a little bit on what's going on up here. Okay, so I'm going to go in with that Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'm going to set my whole face with it. I don't know if I should put this under my eyes. Oh my God. Okay. We're just gonna test it. Yep, it definitely altered the color a bit. But it is actually a really nice powder, wow. I feel like it's not sinking into my skin or anything. It's kind of like putting a really nice filter over the top. So I only used a really tiny amount of the powder and it set my face perfectly, but it has 110% altered the color of my foundation. I look really pink, like really pink. So just to kind of bring back a little bit of the highlighted features, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro Longwear powder in light, and I'm just gonna pop this underneath my eyes. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to move on to bronzing, contouring, and highlighting, and all that fun stuff. So I have two things for bronzing and contouring. The first one is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer, and this is in the shade Tan. Now, online, this looked like it was my shade. So there's that. And then I also have the Style London all-in-one face palette, which is just this here. That is this here. And I was looking at this bronze shade, but honestly, this looks so dark. So dark, but I love the look of the highlighter and the blush. Obviously, that's what I want to use out of it. So I think I'm just going to go in with the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer and just see how we go. So I'm going to start off and contour a tiny bit. I'm going to use a little bit because I don't know how this is going to go. Invisible, that's for sure. It's definitely a buildable bronzer, which is actually quite nice. We'll move on to the blush now from this palette. I'm going to use the exact same brush and I'm just going to dip it, whoa. She's pigmented. Okay, it's a very pigmented blush, like very pigmented. So you only need super tiny amount. So moving on to highlighter before we finish off the eyes and then do the lips. I have the Mecca Max Bronze Heat Glow Powder Highlighting Duo. We're just gonna go in with this side right here. Ooh, that is so pretty. I feel like Mecca Max highlighters are so good. This is my third one and I think they're amazing. Okay, so we're gonna move back onto the eyes now. So I'm going to go in with the Good Sport palette once again. I'm going to take the medium sized pencil brush and I'm just gonna go straight in with the Follow shade, which was the darker purple. And then with that little pencil brush, I'm going to go in with Sister, which was the really bright purple. And I'm just going to run that along the outer edge. Okay, so for my brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with the other palette from Colourpop that I have. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and it's called Estrella. I don't know, but it's a beautiful champagne-y, like peach kind of color. And then what I'm also gonna do, going back in with that first Colourpop palette, I'm gonna take a tiny bit of the green, like a tiny bit, and I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner as well, like right in the very, very center. Okay, so I apologize, my camera just died and I don't even remember where I was up to, but I'm pretty sure I am now doing my lips. So for my lips today, I have the Sephora Color Lip Last. I'm assuming that's what it's called. And I have no idea what shade this is in because it doesn't tell you. Oh wait, it says 27 on the bottom of it. So I'm assuming that is the shade, and it is this really pretty deep pinky, like rose kind of nude. Oh, wow, that smells so nice. Okay, so that is actually a really good lipstick. I don't mind it. It's a tiny bit sticky, like a little bit, but it's very comfortable on the lips. I'm actually gonna stick a lip gloss over the top of this because it's just a bit too matte. What the f has happened to the lighting? So I don't have a finishing spray, unfortunately, but I'm just gonna go in with one of mine. I'm just gonna spray that all over. Okay guys, and this is the completed look. I am actually really impressed with quite a few of the products. However, the foundation, the powder, and maybe the bronzer were my least favorites, but everything else I feel like performed really, really well. The eyeshadows from Colourpop are definitely my favorite. You guys are gonna see a lot more of those in my videos. I really love it. I also love how this eye makeup came out. The only thing I'm not liking at the moment is that even though the Sephora lipstick smells really nice, you're like breathing in that smell and I can taste it and it doesn't taste very nice. So that's probably the only thing that I have with the lipstick right now, but everything else was quite good. Anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Just wanted to quickly mention thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. It made me so happy waking up to that. So thank you so much for subscribing. But until my next video guys, I will see you then. Bye!